Hello everybody, my name's Rob Steele, I'm the ISO Secretary General. I'd like to welcome you to this event today and to talk to you a little bit about ISO 26000. This is a guidance standard that's been developed by the organization for use across many organizations. But first, I'd like to give you a little bit of a background about ISO. ISO is a membership organization. We're based in 163 countries. Those countries represent around 99% of the world's population and 97% of the world's gross national income. We have over 200 technical committees covering many subjects, everything from nuts and bolts through to spacecraft. But this standard, developed by a particular technical committee, is really important because it covers that whole broad area of social responsibility. So what is this standard all about? First of all, it's a guidance standard. It's there to provide guidance. You cannot get certification to ISO 26000. Secondly, it's not a management standard. So having told you what it's not, let me tell you what it is. It's intended for use by any type of organization. It's supposed to give broad guidance and broad overview of what social responsibility is all about. It can therefore be used by organizations large or small, in industry or in government, NGOs and the like, and it's applicable across all countries, including developed and developing economies and economies in transition. So who developed ISO 26000? Well, ISO 26000 was developed using a very multi-stakeholder process with over 450 experts involved. These experts came from 6 key stakeholder groups, including industry, labour, consumers, NGOs, governments, and a special sector, services, support, and research. Experts from over 99 countries, over 40% of them from developing countries, participated in the work, and there was a very strong influence and input from the Arab region during the development of the standard. This resulted in issues of cultural and regional requirements being included in the standard, and it made the standard and the applicability of the standard stronger for your very strong influence. Why is social responsibility important? Well, any organization today is facing pressure from customers, consumers, governments, associations, and the public at large to be socially responsible and also to be sustainable. It's a shift in the way in which the world sees and views sustainability. In the past, sustainability has been looked on perhaps as being an add-on. Today, it's absolutely core to strategy. In the past, people might even have thought that it was boring. Today, it's exciting. People may have thought that was a compliance issue. Today, it's a real strategic and competitive issue. Those organizations that are implementing social responsibility and taking sustainability, by that I mean economic sustainability, environmental sustainability, and societal sustainability seriously, are getting competitive advantage. Their customers are seeing benefit, their employees are seeing benefit, and they are seeing benefit, both to the environment, to the society around them, and to their bottom lines. What is ISO 26000 actually addressing? First and foremost, it provides a common terminology in the social responsibility field. This is a huge advantage. If there is a common understanding of what we mean by social responsibility, then we all, around the world, can actually start dealing with what it is to be socially responsible. This standard has that internationally recognized and developed definition. Secondly, this standard allows the introduction, as I've already said, of social responsibility into all organizations, increasing stakeholder involvement, enhancing credibility of reports on sustainability and social responsibility, and increasing confidence in organizations amongst customers and stakeholders. It provides consistency with, not conflict to, existing documents, including international treaties and conventions. It therefore provides an effective contribution to sustainable development. It certainly is not intended, nor should it, reduce government's authority to address social responsibility issues. ISO 26000 is also in the process of being translated into Arabic. This will help raise awareness of the standard and of social responsibility as an issue in the region by overcoming the language barrier. In addition, awareness and information brochures are also being translated into Arabic. So what's the uptake been like of ISO 26000 in the MENA region? Well, pretty good. Basically, 63 national experts have participated in a key project that we have been working on with SIDA, the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency. And I'd like to thank SIDA most sincerely for their very strong support and financial contribution to this project. Those 63 national experts are there to be able to not only complete some pilot case studies, but also in the future to more broadly and more widely look at how they can help organizations in their countries, your countries. We have this pilot project running at the moment, and the pilot is running in Algeria, Egypt, Iraq, Jordan, Lebanon, Morocco, Syria, and Tunisia. The project is hosted by the national standards bodies, ISO's members, in each of these countries. And so this presents a big challenge. It's a big challenge for the region, but it's also a huge opportunity to show leadership in social responsibility to the world. The objective is to create a pool of national experts, as I've just explained, on ISO 26000, and to then support the application of ISO 26000 by organizations to contribute to sustainable development. So far, more than 1,350 people have also attended national awareness programs, including workshops, organized under the project. The purpose of this is to raise awareness, and I'd like to thank all of those participants for their involvement and for their enthusiasm. Feedback from the project committed countries on the benefits and experience, expectations and the like so far has been really good. Talking to those who participated from the private sector, they've mentioned that this has helped compliance with national and international law, helped them to provide leadership in a sector, and therefore competitive advantage. It's also helped them improve their relationships across the value chain between their suppliers and their customers, further adding value to their product or their service. Amongst academia, policymakers, and national standards bodies, the story is the same. More and more academic institutions include programs and courses on social responsibility and sustainable development in their curriculum. As far as policymakers are concerned, policymakers in some countries are using ISO 26000 as a tool to ensure social justice, governance, transparency and accountability in the new legislation. And from the national standards body's point of view, this has increased their reach, raised awareness of the national standards body, and offered the new platforms for them to also get involved in promoting social responsibility to their constituents. So what do we expect from you? This pilot project can only plant the seeds. You need to take it further, to use the expertise on social responsibility that's been gained and worked on from this project and to expand on it and leverage it. So if you're from a consumer or consumer group, I'd encourage your organizations to apply ISO 26000. If you're from a national standards body, I'd urge you to continue the promotion and the use of 26000 and to show the value and to encourage demand for social responsibility. If you're in business, then I would urge you to integrate ISO 26000 using the national expertise generated and gained under this project. And if you're part of government, then I would urge you to continue integrating social responsibility principles and core subjects in national legislation and to use the standard to provide the consistency with international treaties and conventions to look at how you can have pragmatic implementation of this subject area amongst those people that you are responsible for. In closing, I'd like to thank the national standards bodies in each project country and all other parties involved in the implementation of the project. You have shown huge enthusiasm and huge commitment to the implementation of the project so far. I'd like to thank you for your attention, wish you well with your project today, and look forward to hearing from you in the future. Thank you very much.